Hey everyone, I've forgotten my mic. It's RevTrev here, Kempner Canucks. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight. We're going to be diving into the big conversation about life after JT Miller. And I wasn't going to make this video. I was going to take a night off, but I decided, no, I got to do this. Plus, my wife's literally in the air flying back from Mexico right now. Both of my boys are out with friends. My daughter's not here either. I'm by myself at the house. I'm watching WWE Royal Rumble. I haven't watched that in decades. I mean decades. And please don't post in the comments what happened there, okay? Because I don't know. It's all on Netflix. 38 years of Royal Rumble. Reminds me of when I was young. And I watched these old school. So I'm starting at 1988. And I'm like, you know what? This is dumb. No, it's not that it's dumb. It's awesome. I'm watching Ricky Steamboat versus Ravishing Rick Rude right now. I'm like, this is a blast from the past. Anyways. But I'm like, I need to make a video about JT Miller. Because I don't know about you guys, but I've had 24 hours or so to kind of process this now. The trades. We're going to talk about what does life look like for the Vancouver Canucks after JT Miller. Okay, what does life look like? And I'm still mad. There's a lot of it I don't like, but I want to just give a premise that we'll have to wait and see. And I'm really excited because it seems like on Sunday, the game against Detroit, it's going to be a whole bunch of our new players are going to be there. It's going to be interesting to watch. So I'm personally excited to see Hedl and Marcus Pettersson there. I'm excited. I'm excited about that. I mean, we got to move on, right? I know it's good, but in saying that, I don't know if I can show you this. Yeah, I think I can. Van base. I just bought myself this today, guys. I just bought myself this today. If you want a old, like I was wondering when this is going to happen. Okay, you can go on Van Base right now, and you can get a premium JT Miller black skate jersey for $99. You save $199. For all of you that just bought JT Miller jerseys in the last like 3 months, 6 months, you're kicking yourselves because you just spent $300 on this. I literally bought this. I had a $50 gift card, and I bought this. I got this jersey for $50. Getting it shipped to my house, okay? Getting it shipped to my house cost me $13. And tax was $13. It was like a $75 purchase for a fully stitched JT Miller number 9 black skate. Take my money. Like, I don't care that he's been traded. I would suggest they probably have a ton of these that are like, great, what are we going to do with them? So they're trying to blow them up. Go buy one. If you're a JT Miller fan, go buy one. Now, some people are like, I don't want a traded player. I get it. I understand. But I'm kicking myself that I didn't go get a Zadorov jersey when it got traded, because I love Zadorov, and it would be cool to still wear a Zadorov jersey. I mean, you think about all the old school guys back in the day. Like if I had a Gino Ojic jersey from back in the day, or I don't know, whenever someone got traded that was amazing, or no longer played, and it's just like you're just sitting there going, why didn't I get that? Why didn't I get that? Now, granted, I have a blue Orca JT Miller jersey. I got a black skate, Bure, a black skate, Quinn Hughes. I've got a plain Jane white Orca. I've got a plain Jane black skate, just no numbers on it. So I got a lot, right? I got a lot. But you know me, I wear them. I wear these jerseys, so I cannot wait for this JT Miller jersey. I'm going to wear it around with so much pride in the way of I'm a huge fan. I'm team JT Miller. I'm sorry. And guess what, everyone? He plays his very first game with the New York Rangers and scores 2 goals. I don't know. I'm just saying, what's life going to be like without JT Miller? Well, I think it's going to be different. I think it's going to be different, right? Guys, he scored 2 goals in New York today. Or no, it was in Boston. They lost the game, but he scored 2 of their 3 goals. They're happy to have him. Life's going to be different for us. So what should fans expect? What should fans expect? Because we got a number of players, and it's going to be very, very interesting. Let's dive into this real quick. Let's talk. First of all, here's the numbers. Hedl is 72. Marcus Pettersson is 29. Drew O'Connor is 18. And Victor Mancini is going to be number 90. Number 90. Yeah, welcome to the team. Welcome to the squad. I posted a picture of this picture. I took it from the Canucks site, and I posted on my wall on my social media stuff. And I had Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle music. It's like, welcome to the team, boys, and welcome to the jungle. It gets wild in Vancouver. I don't know how it's going to go for you, but I hope it goes well, okay? So the reason I wanted to make this video is because of this. Satyar Shah posted this today, and I thought he has such great content. I absolutely love listening to him, watching his stuff, but he's a good follow on X. And he says, what do we think of this Canucks lineup? DeBrusk, Pettersson, Besser. Oh, that's a good line. We understand that. Joshua, Hedl, Garland. O'Connor, Suter, Sherwood. Hoglander, Bluger, Ratu, and then the D goes Hughes Myers, Marcus Pettersson, Hronek. That's an interesting line, isn't it? And then Forbert and Susie. What do you guys think about this? What do you girls think about this line, this team? I don't love it. I don't love our center depth, but if Hedl can play good. Now, here's the thing about Hedl. He's tall. He's lanky. He's quick. He's young. He's only making $4.4 million. Well, that's good money. Don't get me wrong. It's better than what I make. But Hedl is the guy. It's like, I think he's going to chip in every once in a while. We're just not going to get the same scoring that a guy like JT Miller got. We're not going to get the same fight and desire and passion. I get that. And I'm not saying that he needs to replace him, but we know that trade that happened, right? So let's just quickly go over the trades real quick again, because if you just living under a rock and this is your very first Canucks video you've watched on this, then here, obviously, you've seen this, okay? Excuse me. So we traded Brandstrom, Dorrington, and Miller, and we get Hedl, Mancini. Oh, I spelled his name wrong. My bad. Mancini and their first round pick, okay? Hedl, Mancini, and the 2025 first round pick. And then we flip that first round pick and Desharnais, Heinen, and Fernstrom, and Vancouver receives Marcus Pettersson and Drew O'Connor. Now, Alvin did a very long interview today, a very, very long interview today. And I think it was a very significant interview. He said this, okay? I'm just bringing it up. The Canucks. Okay, this is the interview that happened right after the game, after both trades. They're in the Dallas arena. Okay, inside ringside reporter Olivia McDonald caught up with Patrick Alvine in Dallas and discussed yesterday's trade. So it was this morning this happened, and he literally said these things. Number one, they've been looking for a JT Miller trade since December, and JT Miller did not ask for the trade. But it would be good for the Canucks organization and good for him and his family and his, I believe he said his health. Did he say mental health? I can't remember. So that's interesting. And then they've been trying to trade for a top 4 Dman since the summer, which is wild because they didn't have one there. And he said it was really hard to get. And they were very excited about Marcus Pettersson, and I get it. You got to say the right things. I hope he pans out for us. And third is they didn't want to give up any of our young prospects. So the question is the Canucks headed in the right direction? And they believe they couldn't win with this core. So on the fly, it's not even retooling, everyone. We're literally in the air. We're in the air. And we're fueling. We're fueling. Another plane is coming underneath, and we're literally we gotten fueled up. We got fueled up, everyone. And granted, we lost some key pieces, some real key pieces, but here we are, and this is what the team looks like. And you know, when I posted, I don't know if I still have this. Our Canucks will make the playoffs. Remember when I said that? That's before all this is shut down. Listen, I'm just telling you right now, I'm very nervous about the team. I am not optimistic about our chances to make the playoffs. If we make the playoffs, that'd be great. There's going to be a lot of things that need to go our way for us to make the playoffs, but I'm not anticipating that we're going to make the playoffs. That's how low I am about these deals. Now, I could be wrong. I'm gonna give it. So I'm right now, day after, thinking about the trade still, I say we're not making the playoffs. But I want us before with a in brackets behind or an asterisk, and it says, but I want to see what this team looks like first before I just officially say that. Okay. I haven't seen those players play a game in the Canucks uniform yet. I want to see what O'Connor looks like. I want to see what Hida looks like. I want to see what Marcus Pettersson looks like. And I'm not going to give him 1 or 2 games. We'll give him the next 4. Okay. We'll give him the next 4. Then there's the 4 Nations tournament that's happening. And then there's a few weeks before the deadline. And I'll just tell you right. Oh, and here's the other thing. After all of that, there are still so many rumors around the Vancouver Canucks that they still might trade Pettersson and that they're not done making moves. And there's a lot of talk and chatter about Brock Besser being traded before the trade deadline. So, let's buckle ourselves in, everyone. This team right now, what is it going to look like? And they're looking, get this. They're looking for a top centerman? It's like, Canucks, you just had one. You have one. You traded him away. Anyway. So what should the Canucks expect? Well, I think with Marcus Pettersson, my brother had mentioned, think Chris Tanev. You start looking at the numbers, similar. I think Chris Tanev is actually a better player than Marcus Pettersson. But we'll see. Maybe my brother's right. When it comes to Hedl, we've already talked about him, his speed. O'Connor supposedly has a ton of speed. And Mancini, I don't know if he's going to crack the lineup yet. He's more going to be an Abbotsford guy at this stage. Okay? So what Canucks fans, as Canucks fans, what should we expect? I think there's still going to be fight. What I'm worried about is the lack of goals. I think we got better defensively. I think we got quicker. But is it O'Connor that people are saying he has no finish? He played with Crosby, right? No, is that Mancini? What trade are we talking about now? It gets so confusing now. There's two. All right. O'Connor played with Crosby, and it's like super talented kid, just can't finish. It's like, really? That's the guy we just traded? Okay. I mean, I just want to give Pettersson and O'Connor a pass. Pittsburgh's a shell of what they were. Okay, so let's give them a little bit of benefit of the doubt. Okay, let's dive into, for example, let's dive into O'Connor and just look at his stats just for a moment. Okay, because where are we here? Mancini, O'Connor. Here we go. So what I like is 6'3", 200 pounds. Okay, I like that a lot. But if you look at his numbers, okay, so we'll just do the last two because really that's honestly probably all that matters. 79 games, 16 goals, 17 points, 33 points, or 16 goals, 17 assists, 33 points, plus 14. Apparently, this is when he was playing with Crosby a lot. Solid, right? 58 hits, 53 hits, 58 blocks. Gave the puck away 28 times. But look at this here, okay? He's played 53 games already this season. He's only got 16 points. He's a minus 14. So both the same amount of penalty minutes. Look at, he's playing 14, 15 minutes a game here. Almost 16 2 years ago. He's got the same number of hits with way less games. And he's on pace to kind of be in the same block shots, but his giveaways are 39. 39. That's not great. But we'll see what it looks like. And we moved out Heinen. Just remember that, okay? We moved out Heinen. There's a spot there for him. Lekkermaki's supposed to be coming up as well, which is honestly, I'm very, very excited about that. I don't like, I guess my answer, and I don't want to cop out here, but is like, we don't really know what we should expect with this team yet. My guess is that we're going to struggle to score, but we're also going to maybe be better defensively. But maybe they surprise us. Maybe these guys come out, I would say mostly, 72, 29, 18, because I don't think Mancini is going to be playing a ton of minutes for us. I mean, he might play a couple, but if we just go, by the way, I just realized O'Connor has Virtanen's old number, right? Pettersson, I was surprised he didn't go for the 28, but he's 29, and Hedl is rocking the 72. I'm really interested to see how these guys play. And Rick Tocchet, I don't get what he doesn't like build chemistry to teams. What he does is he does crazy stuff. Like he just like mixes the lines up. Like, oh, they played good for 2 games. Okay, let's try something else. It's like, why? Why are we trying something else? This is ridiculous. But anyways, whatever. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We got to form some new chemistries. Meanwhile, we're in a playoff hunt, everyone. And Calgary just got better, even though they lost tonight, which was awesome, by the way. Absolutely awesome. Okay, there's 100 comments in here tonight, 94 people in this last-minute stream, last-minute video. So I'm going to hit the promo video, and then I'm going to get to your questions and comments, and I appreciate you being here. It's a late night. It's a Saturday night. Oilers lost. Flames lost. It's a good night. Canucks play tomorrow. I hope we get the dub. We'll get into your comments in just a moment. Actually forgot to talk about Mancini. I want to do that real quick. And I mean, we'll be real quick here. Look at this, guys and girls. 22 years old. Okay. This kid is 6'3", 215 pounds. Right-handed shot defenseman. Oof. Are we all salivating right now? Oh, he's a 5th-round pick. So he's a long shot, what we're saying here. He's played 15 games this season for the New York Rangers. 1 goal, 5 assists. I mean, that's impressive. That's impressive. 20 hits, 14. So in 15 games, he had 20 hits. No, 14 hits and 20 block shots, but he had 20 giveaways in 15 games. I guess it's only 1 giveaway a game, just over 1. That's not so bad. But only 1 takeaway. I like that. But he's only playing, he played 15 minutes. He's averaging 15 minutes a game. All right, let's dive into your comments. Okay, let's dive in. I'm going to go up from the top, okay, because we got to. Canucks forecast. I'd love to acquire Matthew Barzal. I think we all would. I think he would be a great fit for Vancouver. But I'll tell you right now, I've listened to so many New York Islanders commentary, and if there's a deal for Barzal, that literally New York will go click. That's how much they love Barzal. So feel like it's a bit of a pipe dream. Okay, it's a bit of a pipe dream, but you can always dream. There's nothing wrong with dreaming. I dream that we're going to trade Pettersson for Bedard probably every second day. Okay. I would love that. I know that's not going to happen. Okay. I daydream that all the time. Just like think about scenarios, how we could get Bedard. Adam Lee's in the building. EP40. If you thought you had pressure before, right? You have to step out now. You have no excuses. You got the contract. You have the big meanie is gone. Okay. You have it's your team now. I know you've just been the 3rd line center for the last few games. Okay. But now you got to play number 1. You got to play against the best team's line. Okay. And you're going to have the best line mates. So there's no excuses. No excuses. You got to step up now. Do I believe in life after love? I don't know. But today's video is about life after JT Miller. And I don't know if I believe in life after JT Miller. We'll find out. If we win the trade, if EP40 starts scoring goals. I agree. And I think he should shoot the puck more. Petey might need to go to a city where hockey is last in the pecking order too. Dan, that's possible. But he said he wants to be in Vancouver. Roberto says, if this comes up, would you trade Petey or Leckermacky or Besser? And the first to the Sharks to Celebrini. Okay, Petey, Leckermacky, first. Celebrini. You know what? I don't think they would do it, but I would be tempted to do that. I would do Petey and Besser. Petey and Besser for Celebrini, I do. But I don't think that's even on the table, but I don't mind it. Dan says, never take a night off. Would JT take a night off? Rarely. EP40. Mike's. You know what? We have a lot of people that come in to my stream, and I have no problem them coming in, but they're the Protect PD police, and they can't handle any criticism of Pettersson. I get that. I know that they love Pettersson. They probably have a Pettersson jersey or something like that in their closet, and they're just thankful they didn't get traded. Okay, and I get it. Okay, but at the end of the day, he's got to produce. But there's also a lot of people that kind of side with me and said, man, I'm tired of the Pettersson antics and like the whole thing of him not producing for 12 months. And so, but I want him to do well. Okay. As long as he's a Vancouver Canuck, I'm going to cheer him on. Okay. Or I'm going to try my best to. If he wanted to step up, he would have when JT was around to show him what's up. That's right. Wait a minute. It's on Netflix, bro. Please don't. I hope nobody posted who won because that would be really frustrating to me. I'm sad. I'm still thinking Canucks vlogger. I'm with you as well. Yeah, Royal Rumble's on Netflix. It's crazy. It's free. Wrestling for me is always a relief from the other real sports. And okay, but Dan, you know what's cool? Like, obviously it's sports entertainment. Okay, for them, it's just entertainment. But those guys are athletes. The things that they did. I just watched the ladders match from tonight's Royal Rumble. That is insane. I mean, it's cheesy and it's slow and all those kind of things. But the things that they're I wouldn't want to go through what they did. The pain that they go through, they don't take nights off. They're super athletic, strong people. I get it. Whether they take steroids or not, I would guess that's what they do. I have no idea. But man alive, guys, they are unbelievable athletes, in my opinion. Take a lot of punishment. Mike says, best way a player can show up and win the room is to perform better than the dude you got an issue with. EP40 didn't do crap. 99 scored 92. I love that. I haven't seen you in a long time. No other player on the Canucks roster is willing to able to fight, hit, set up, score, and block shots. I know. It's gonna suck to have him gone, but JT Miller scores 2 goals in his first game. What a great move by the Canucks. What would the Canucks have to give up to acquire a power forward like JT? These trades are terrible. I know, and you trade for these people. You don't trade them away, but not the Vancouver. Mike wants EP. Which one? I think EP40 shipped to China. Okay. The Rangers did not win, Devin. Did not win. It's cheaper than a Ryan Miller jersey, practically. Ryan Miller. I love it. Rangers won big, but they did not win the game. Richard, I got ripped off. Be careful on Facebook. I bought a Demko jersey. No. I didn't go on Facebook. I went to Fanbase. Okay. Fanbase, that's a legit site. You can go to nhlshop.ca. You can do Fanatics. You can do Lids. There's other sites. Go to the legitimate ones. I lost $300 from Facebook Fanatics. Yeah, I would search it. Facebook. I would just not Facebook Fanatics. I just go. Yeah. Be careful, Richard. I'm sorry that happened to you. Kevin Canucks, Marcus Pettersson, way better player than Zadorov, and it's not even close. Top pairing Dman in Pittsburgh and bottom pairing D-man in Zadorov. Top pairing D. Yeah, okay. You're probably right. But can I just wait to see before I say that you're right on this? Like, you should be right. You better be right, because why would you give up a first round pick if you didn't think he was really good? So you should be right on that. Now Canuck fans can't act like JT was nothing. Dude was a machine. He is a machine. Yeah, dude, go get the jersey. Honestly, go get it. I will always remember JT Miller as a Vancouver Canuck. Yesterday was a sad day. Yeah. Jeremy, I feel you, bro. I know how that feels. Canucks Uncensored. I love you guys. Okay, Kempner is a champion. Love JT Miller. The time is now for Pete to do his thing. Interesting what we'll do with Brock. I know. I think he's gone, but we'll see. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. I wanted to tell all of my people here about that who's watching later. Go buy one. You Canucks vlogger, if you want one, right now is the time. Like, literally buy it tonight, because you know what's going to happen is these things are going to fly off the shelf and they'll be gone, and it's such a smoking deal. A Canucks jersey with no numbers on it is $200. A blank jersey is $200, guys. You can get one. I know he's a traded player. I get it. But if you like JT Miller, like, I think the thing for me, why I'm still happy that I got the Orca and why I bought the black skate, is because of this one thing. I loved it when he played for our team. And I was there on Game 5 with my friend Carl, and we saw JT Miller score the game winner, and that place was chanting his name. And I love that. I was planning on attending a game, March game, my birthday, and buying a Miller skate jersey. Next for me was to buy a white Brock. Well, you can get the JT Miller jersey for cheap right now if you buy it tonight or this week or something before it sells out. But yeah, I got invited by Carl to go to the game tomorrow, but my wife's coming home on the plane tonight, and I start my new job on Monday, and it just felt like it was too much, and I didn't want to be away at the game. It's too much going on. My son had his big basketball playoffs tournaments this weekend. There was a lot going on, so I decided just to not go to the game. And hindsight 2020, I'm really glad I chose that, because honestly, no JT Miller there, I would have been frustrated. I would have been really frustrated. Rangers got smoked by Boston today. Canucks have some cap space now. Yep. Jeevan, good to see you. Life gonna be full of Petterssons. I know. And so just to clarify, it's Elias Pettersson who's 40. Elias Pettersson, Pete, you got to say that right. Elias Pettersson is 25, and now 29 is Marcus Pettersson. Okay. Canuck fans have always wanted two types of players, a Bure type and a power forward. Yeah, it's like the Bertuzzis of the world, the Trevor Lindens, the power players, and then there's the Bures, the Naslins, the Twins, those kind of players. That's what Canucks fans want. That's what they want. My friend says JT Miller, going to miss him, but he is 32 years old. Canucks got Miller in his prime years. True. Rangers getting him again as he's leaving his prime years. Yeah, that's the argument, right, of why they did that. Jay is here to just say that we should fire Tocchet, as he always does. Mike says Devin, not the point. He produced 2 goals in his first game. Win or lose, he is the man in New York. -1 with 2 goals. I'll take that every single day of the week. You tell me right now that Devin, if Pettersson is -1 with 2 goals, I'll take that. That lineup looks like a playoff missing, lottery losing lineup. I don't know if I would say lottery losing, but you don't hate the lineup. I don't like it, but I'm just going to wait to see. I'm not going to. This on paper, it looks bad. Looks bad to me on paper. These names, like you walked into an Irish bar. Simon, good to see you. What's your opinion on the second trade that we got last night from Pittsburgh? I'm not a fan of either trade, just being fully transparent. But I'm going to wait and see. That's just my initial reaction. I didn't like either one. I don't think the reason is not that we traded away JT Miller. It's that I don't think we got enough in return for him. And then the second one, I don't know what to expect out of Marcus Pettersson. I don't like trading first round picks. So it's no diss on Marcus Pettersson. It's that I just don't know yet enough. Like when I've watched Marcus Pettersson, he looks just a normal guy out there. He doesn't look like a difference maker. He doesn't look like a guy who shuts people down. You just don't even notice him, and that concerns me. Not that he needs to be like Quinn Hughes, but like I please at least be like Hronek. If you can be like Hronek, that would be good. But he's not very big. I don't know. The Rangers are a mid team with no direction. I know. Devin, I think I understand what you're trying to say. It's like, oh, well, we're not going to lose him because they lost the game. Well, he still produces. That's the point. He's fantastic. And the Rangers are struggling. I'm very shocked on how much they've struggled. Mike, you're right. The defense looks a lot better. Of course it does. But the offense looks a lot worse, could we say, Mike? I don't know. I like the decor getting a bit better. We got rid of Desharnais. That's huge. And then we added, Jeremy Jones better than Juleson. Who's better than Juleson? Marcus Pettersson, of course. But that's not the point. Devin, really a mid team. Yeah. Defense, big boost, but I don't know about those forwards. Yeah, Jeevan, that's tough. The Rangers are mid, except the truth. They are. The Canucks look better on D, at least. And is Sherwood Hughes even healthy right now to play? I don't know. They're both game time decisions. Isn't Hedl more of the same Bluger Suter and Ratu. No, he's I think he's faster than all those guys. You'll see tomorrow when he plays. You'll see tomorrow. Savvy says, I say trade a first for Jordan Kyrou. Well, yeah, Kyrou's good. I like him. Rangers have Mika and Kreider. They are mid. Okay, Devin, I get it. Like, you think the Rangers are mid. You don't think JT Miller going there is a big deal. Everyone else does. So you got to think of another point here. Like, can we move on for that one? Jimmy, good to see you. And JT is gone. Yeah, he is gone. Rangers aren't getting younger. They need to make the playoffs and go for it because their forward group is pretty much over 30%. Yeah, it's win now there. Jay says, I see Alvin's vision. He also said he really likes Rick Tocchet, just so you know. Alvin will lead this team to a bright future. I'm not convinced of that yet. BW jerseys. Rangers are now a team with older forwards who all have no trade clause or no movement clause. Good point. That's really good. Hans says, I think the Canucks are better now on average over the next 5 years if we re-sign Marcus Pettersson. That's possible. Well, but we're going to find it. I appreciate the comment. Thank you for sharing that. Heedle's in the same spot JT was when we acquired him. 40-point guy that plays 3C. He's 7 years younger than Miller and fits our core age. Yep, you're right. That he's gonna fit that core age. Sometimes it takes a step back to take a step forward. Yes. And sometimes taking a step back is just taking a step back. Sorry, I didn't mean to burst your bubble. They are trying to get players that have similar names. O'Connor, Connor Garland, Pettersson's. BW Jersey said, also, this isn't on management. This is 100% on the forwards, whether it's Miller's fault or Petey's fault, but it is on management. I'll tell you why. Actually, I want to encourage you to watch this video that I just made. Who's to blame? Go watch this video that I made. And one of the points I make is that they screwed up the D core. That's why we're here. We're struggling because we had injuries and then we had an awful off season. And they're trying to fix it while we're in the air fighting. So, yeah. Adam, I don't think we're making the playoffs. I don't know. I hope we do. Don't get me wrong. I'm cheering that we will. Honestly, better not to make them. Don't want to see Hughes kill himself for nothing. I want to make the playoffs every year. I don't care, guys. Give us a shot. Get in. Give us a chance. Let's see what we can do. We won in the long term. We might have. They will make the playoffs. Trust Alvin's vision of anything. The Canucks make the playoffs and the Rangers don't. I hope the Canucks make the playoffs. We got younger, we got better on defense, and we created cap space to add more. True. Very true. They are not trading Pettersson. Accepted. It's done, bro. No. The amount of reports that were saying that we're potentially going to trade Pettersson as well, Elias Pettersson, number 40, is shocking to me. I don't think we should do that. At this stage, you just trade one. That's my opinion. But I'm telling you, at this stage, well, I would still be shocked if they trade Elias Pettersson, but trade the classiest person to ever slide on a Canucks jersey and a 40-goal scorer. Yeah, I know. Well, it's because do you give Brock Besser an 8-year deal? Because I don't think that's a good idea. If it's a 4-year deal and you give them $8 million or 8.5, cool, go for it. But I think you have to look at the business side of it, and that's why has nothing to do with Brock Besser, that nobody likes him, that kind of stuff. It's just like I don't want to pay a guy Like, we just got out of the Miller contract. Why would you go into a Boeser contract like that? But I love Boeser, and I think he's a great teammate. I think he's gone. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say until they play 10, 15 games, I won't say anything yet. But long term, we can just say, hey, we're going to win the cup in 2026, 2027. It just makes us feel better. But will we? It's really hard to win. Trade Boeser for JT Miller back. You know what's funny is I would do that. You know how many people said trade Pettersson for Zadorov and Lindholm? Yeah, he probably will be. You gotta move him before July 1st, though. The Canucks have a higher chance of going to the playoffs than the Rangers. Well, yeah, because the Rangers are farther down on the thing there. So I hope all three Petterssons play in one game together, of course, and then they trade Petey away. We are worse right now. Might not even make the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. But I definitely think these moves make us a better team next season. I don't know how we definitely think it's going to be. I don't know. We'll see. Alfred, I don't mind the first round playoff exit. At least it's added experience to the guys. Exactly. I mean, I want to win each round. Don't get me wrong. I want to win a cup. But you're right, Alfred. Experience in the playoffs is important. Mancini is on Abby's roster. Yep. JT will never come back. That's right. Because he's got the no movement clause. They traded away Horvat, a top player, for peanuts and a part-time NHLer. Then they repeat the same blunder with Miller. Yeah, I know it's frustrating. Dan, the deals are one thing, but the injuries to the other guys are huge. Absolutely. Yeah, blunder. I got it. Yeah, I mean, in a boat way. I guess that's what we did. We've traded Miller for Pettersson. That's what we did. Marcus Pettersson. I'm fine with this trade if it makes defense better. Well, it did. It should have, at least. I hope it does. Alex says it is a big win for the Canucks trading away the toxic player. Maybe. I don't believe everything you hear, guys. But I don't get it. JT was producing while Pettersson was a pylon, 9 out of 10 games, and then they trade JT. I know. Well, I would say EP40 was a pylon. He played well defensively. He contributed in those ways. He's a great passer. Didn't score enough. Didn't get enough points. But yeah. Yeah, sort of. And Miller for Pettersson. That'd be hilarious. Brock has to go be in UFA. Come on, there's no way to do this. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. Hronek, Ratu, and Beauvillier isn't a bad return on a guy we couldn't afford to sign. True. But we also gave up a first-round pick, too. So just let's remind ourselves it wasn't just Horvat. It was a first-round pick. Thoughts on these lines? Okay, here we go. Canucks Uncensored. I'm pumped. Line 1, DeBrusque, Petey, Boeser. Yeah. Line 2, Höglander, Suter. Oh, top 2C. Okay, top 2C. Suter on the wing. Then Joshua, Hedel, Garland. I like that. O'Connor, Bluger, Sherwood. This is if we keep Boeser and get a top 2C. Yeah. It depends who the top 2. Like, is it top 2C like Brock Nelson or Sam Bennett? Or are we talking about like a guy, I can't use the word, I can't use Sabinajad, but someone like that, like someone else like that. You know what I mean? I like Brock Nelson a lot. I don't think he's a stud or elite. I think he's good enough, though. Management want to make Vancouver into Pittsburgh. Just need Crosby. Would have been so great if we got Crosby, but Brock should be signed. Okay. I'm not necessarily there, but I think a lot of people don't think he'll be around. Tocchet will love Marcus Pettersson. I hope so. That's why they traded for him. Sasson over Ratu. Yep. Yeah, Ratu had a good night tonight in Abbotsford. O'Connor is like a Suter 15-goal guy. Let's just see. No. Okay, honestly, bro, I'm just looking at the stats in his whole career. Okay, so it's been 5 seasons. He's got 0 goals, 3 goals, 5 goals, 16 goals playing with Crosby, and 6. So he's not a 15-goal guy. Can he be that? Possibly. Connor, Sassons and Connor form a speed line. Okay. Yeah. Hedel is fast, really fast. Pettersson did not wear 28 because Luc Bourdon, remember. Oh, right. Can we just like retire the number instead then? I don't know. Marcus, good to see you. It's been fun connecting with you. Hey, Trev, what's your opinion about if they're going to be finished in your opinion? After the trade, in your opinion, what do you think the NHL, their line is not done? Are the Canucks finished making a trade? I don't think they're finished making a trade. I think they'll make another trade before the trade deadline. Marcus Pettersson didn't choose 28. Yeah, that's interesting. I like the moves. Don't be such a Debbie Downer. Jimmy, just a heads up. Okay. This was what you will always get from me. I'm actually quite an optimistic person in real life. I'm very, very optimistic. I always think that I always give people second chances on it. But when it comes to sports, I want you to know you will always get passionate and you're always going to get realistic and you're always going to get honest. And so the passion and the realistic and the honest always collide. And I just can't take off, I can't just take off the realistic hat. Okay. So it comes across that I'm a Debbie Downer, and it comes across that I'm not optimistic. But I'm just telling you what I see. And so you can find other channels that only tell you the positive and only tell you, I don't like these moves. I'm sorry. I to say that I do is just not how I'm feeling about it. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm going to tell you right now, I will always give you my honest opinion. And like last night when I was live, I was trying my best to be optimistic. And so many people messaged me saying, going, Trev, I know that you were trying to be optimistic and you were quite positive, but I could tell it was a struggle. And it's like, yeah, it was a real struggle last night. But I've had a day to think about it and I still feel the same way. But there's some core reasons why we traded away the best player in the deal. We traded away a first-round pick. I hate doing both of those things. So, but you can call me a Debbie Downer all you want. It doesn't bother me. I'm just going to not share with you how I honestly feel. So, do you want me to fake it? Do you want me to say, hey, we're gonna make the playoffs, guys, and we're gonna win the cup this year? No, come on. No, these are great trades for the organization. Oh, we traded away the best player and we traded away first rounders don't matter. Oh, they never matter. Yeah, they do. They do matter. I would have been way more happy if that was a second rounder, but I know they wouldn't have done that. Canucks play better on their toes because Detroit just played Calgary. Calgary Canucks play better on their toes? What does that mean? Well, we haven't played good at home yet. That much. And how many times have we lost the team that had back-to-back nights and we're in the back-to-back game? It's been frustrating. I believe Mancini should be tried out in the lineup. He will. Really young, 22, right-handed shot defenseman. Something that the Canucks are lacking. Ooh, okay. Let me just see here. Yeah, my son just texted me. Yes, I can. Okay. I'm going to go pick him up in 30 minutes. Okay. But he has a nice build, and he is good with the puck. Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing what he looks like. Would love to see Van try him out. I'm with you, Jarvis. Absolutely. Oh yeah, forgot about Luc Bourdon, unofficial retired number 2. I just say just retire the jersey number. But then Rick Rippon, you have to do the same thing. I mean, with 37, you can do that too. Nobody's going to take 37, I don't think. They play on their second half of a back-to-back. Yeah, I know. That doesn't mean we're going to win. These moves were made because JT wanted back in New York. Enough said, right? Maybe. He didn't want to trade, so I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Oh, they didn't want to trade Mancini. Okay. Mancini. Should be 82 then. It just looks weird, 82, I think. There's no way Mancini is worse than Juleson. Maybe. I don't know. Tonight I actually cheered for the Leafs. Only the Oiler fans could do that. Could make me do that. They are such an entitled, arrogant, whiny fan base, even worse than the Laughs fan base. I think I get frustrated with the Oilers, and I do think they have a really great team, so I don't want to be disrespectful, but they act like they've won the cup for the last 4 years in a row, and they just haven't won since the 90s. And yeah, I get that you have Draisaitl and McDavid, but at the end of the day, you haven't won jack squat. I know you were right there. You're one goal away, so you should have won this last year, but you didn't. So it's just hard. Just hard for me. And they act like they're kings and we're peasants. Now, granted, we've never won, but here's the problem with that. You haven't won since the 90s either. So it's not like, since the Bure in the 94, like we're in the same boat. We're in the same boat because we've been to the finals as well. Well, you guys have been there twice. You had that Rolison year and then this last year, but I don't know. It depends on what you're comparing. I mean, you made the playoffs more than us. Okay, congrats. That means you lost in the playoffs more than us. We also had some pretty gross years. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of that. I'm just not a fan of how they act. So, but I mean, if they want to act like that, if they win a cup with McDavid, sure. Can you imagine though if McDavid signs with the Leafs? That's crazy. That'd be crazy. I have more hope in Sprong than what we got for these shits. Wow, Beer Baron. People call me negative. Look at that one right there. They call me Debbie Downer. Look at this comment, guys. Trade Forbert and Juleson. Nobody wants those guys. But yeah, I think the Canucks are going to try to sign a big name UFA in the offseason. Marner, Rantanen, Ehlers. Martin's going to want like $12 million though, so I'm not really sure how we pull that off. Squirrel. Okay. Juleson, ill-timed hits and giveaways. What's not to love? I actually really like Juleson. He's making the least amount of money on our roster right now, guys. He's given up. Last year, he played 54 games for us, so you might be able to criticize him and hate him, but we had massive injuries, and he filled a role. He's played a lot this year for us. I don't understand the hate for him. I really like how physical he is and how great he is on the penalty kill. I don't know what else you guys want from him. I get he hasn't scored this season, but that's not why he's here. Sorry, that's my little rant, Dan. I'm interested in seeing what happens in the left-handed shot defenseman department. 5 players that are all NHL caliber: Hughes, Pettersson, Soucy, Forbert, and DPD. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, Mancini should be a good prospect. I will say it. I will say what this trade did. It it improved the decor, and the decor is better today than yesterday. Sure. That's what those trades were for. Am I high for thinking the team's overall better? No, you're not high to think that. No. UB40 will be the best Pettersson the Canucks have every night. I hope so, or else we're going to be very disappointed. Petey's got to start averaging 1.5 points per game consistently now. Yep, I agree. Remember when Petey used to do Deeks? Rest in peace. Oh man, my cough is coming back. Just ordered it. That's a good deal. Couldn't pass it. Hey man, I can't wait for you to get it. Send me a picture with you wearing it. I'm gonna post it on mine for sure. All my stuff too. 3 of the streakiest players in Canucks history on the same line. What could go wrong? right, Mike? Alvin said today in his interview that Marcus Pettersson is so pumped and excited to be here. That's awesome. I hope he does well here. To be honest, I don't mind the trades Alvin made. Last night, the article of Jim Rutherford's comments on the Globe and Mail should have been a warning to us to expect the underwhelming, and it happened. Yep, you're right. Like it or not, you're totally right. Man, you're so sad. Yeah, I'm sad. Go buy yourself a Pettersson or JT Miller jersey. Make yourself feel happier. That's what I did. Richard, wish they could have just worked it out. It's so childish. PD just to have put up, the PS5 controller down and went to work. Yeah, I know. It's so interesting. Any jersey numbers? Yeah, we've already talked about that, Alexander. We got it's right here. So Hedel gets 72. Marcus Pettersson is normally 28, but because of Luc Bourdon and his passing, he took 29. Drew O'Connor took Jake Ferdanen's old number, and Victor Mancini is taking number 90. So yeah, hope that clarifies it there. Is he funny? Okay, I'll have to go see. Yeah, I did see his interview today. Yeah. Sounds like Alvin's not done yet. I know, it's wild, hey? Jessica, the Canucks released their future trade interview questions for this deadline. Do you play video games or a shooter around town? Do you have a soft-tempered approach in engaging with your peers? Justin, that was awesome. Thank you. This trade better age well, or I'm going to do bad things. Oh, no, don't do bad things. Just it's just sports, guy. If yes, we want you. Yeah, right. It's like a number 1, a number 2 question. That's funny. Not like Hronek. He just piggybacks off of Quinn's success. I mean, you're hoping he's better. We'll have a 11.6 baby we need to appease before trading for anyone else. Yeah. He's definitely not like Hronek. Marcus Pettersson is a defensive defenseman. Well, isn't that what Hronek is? Hronek does get a lot of points, right? So I don't know. We'll see. I'll wait till we see it. Harry Alvin is trying to get Josh Norris out of Ottawa. I've heard that too. Miller will be playing closer to his home state of Ohio to get to play against Columbus 3 times during the regular season. Yeah. David W., it's late for you, man. Like, you're 3 hours ahead. You're in Ontario, so you're up late. Heard something funny today. The trade with Desharnais is that Pittsburgh are loving him. He's a great person. I like the defense trade, but I wish they did that trade after trading Pettersson for Fantilli or something. Fantilli and Miller would have been amazing. I agree. He's faster. Good. We need that. He's big. Thanks for answering. Well, he's not big. He's tall. He's not big at all. He's just lanky. I know nothing about the non-Canucks teams. I only have eyes for green and blue. Tunnel vision. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, and I hope Mike is right about Hedel. Hedel will be a 60-point center. Just watch, maybe. Yeah, I hope so. Better be. I really hope Tocchet utilizes Hedel's speed and not dump and chase method. I hope the step wasn't a cliff. Yeah, right. Millsy is to blame. His teammates were sick of his crap, and that's why he's gone. It's probably right. No. David W. Pettersson is definitely an upgrade over Desharnais. That's not to be determined. It's a fact. That's not. It was the first. They gave up a first round pick for Pettersson. That's I'm excited to see what they look like too. Yeah, absolutely. Guys, Luka Doncic got traded for Anthony Davis. That's crazy. So Brock and Petey are not there, so are not out of the woodwork yet. But I'd still be surprised if they traded Pettersson. Brock, not so much. Cap space to upgrade Besser or re-sign, but hopefully a team deal. Yeah. Rick, how you doing? The only way this is a good trade for the Canucks is if EP40 steps up to the challenge. I agree. He got what he wanted, so time to put your big boy pants on and show us that he's worth 200,000 Canadian per game. Doesn't he make more than that? 200,000. Fully agree on Besser. This core has proven that they can't win. Last year was an anomaly. That's possibly very true. They got rid of the older guy in Miller. They'll get rid of Besser, who's been very mid. Something had to change. What's my opinion of the Four Nations Cup? I'm just excited to watch it. Do you think the teams are going to do? Yeah, I've got my opinions. I don't think I'm going to share them tonight. I need to go get my son here in a minute. So getting rid of Miller in a losing situation. Miller got 2 goals, lighting up the lamp. If Pettersson doesn't do anything, we should have kept Miller. And then, which will question Hughes' decision to leave. Yeah. Just got here. I'm shocked by the NBA trade. Justin, I'm totally shocked. Like, why would Dallas do that? Jim Benning is like you. Know the blame for his team. Just got to scroll down a little bit here. Sad times when people mistake passion for toxicity. I know. We live in a world, bro. We live in a world where everyone's trying to change definitions. People say that I hate Pettersson. I don't hate Pettersson. I have no problem that he got paid. What I have a problem is you don't produce. And then I say it and I criticize him because he has been terrible for 12 months, not for 1 month or 3 months. And then they're like, you hate Pettersson. It's like, well, I hate how he's not producing. How's that? So, and then it's like, oh, Miller is toxic. Maybe he's just really passionate. Maybe he's just really competitive. Yeah, I don't mind that he's got he's got a defensive game. I just wish he had an offensive game too. I do. Yeah, it's those lines get crossed sometimes, but obviously that's why he's been moved, guys. So I just think he's just really passionate. He's really competitive. And I would like to fill my team with guys like that. Just saying. Well, Slatty, is that how it says? How many excuses till the blame is on EP40? First, it was the ghost injury he's had. Then he doesn't have wingers. Now this season, it's toxic player Miller. Yeah, I know. It's frustrating. He's just got to produce. That's it. Brock looks like he has 3 years left in him at NHL level. I need to go get my son, everyone. Yeah, it might be an end of an era. Excuse me. Yeah, I know, man. I think you and I are on the same page on that one. So who's our core beside Hughes? If Petey and Boeser, I know it's scary. I don't know the answer to your question. Perfect timing for Boeser to get traded too. Yeah, looks like he's going to be gone soon. Oh man, we got so many things. Okay, I need to go to people I haven't seen yet, like Bure and Gino. Do you think Canucks need an enforcer for Pettersson and Hughes? Yeah, I was hoping we get Rempe back in the deal. That's what I was hoping we'd get, but that would have been nice. But Eugene's here. Pettersson can't blame JT Miller anymore. A fact. Richard says 1918 Vancouver millionaires, right? Canucks. Steve was at good to see you, Steve. Went to the Abbey game tonight. Not much on the farm to get excited about. Not a lot of help there. Yeah. Oh, that's disappointing. That's really disappointing. Man, my cough is kicking in. I hate this. As Lakers fan, happy. I mean, who wouldn't be if you're a Lakers fan? I'm not on the fire talk thing. Everyone's already calling me a Debbie Downer and a hater already. I'm not getting on that train. I don't think I'm there yet. Alvin said JT wanted to be traded in November. No, he said he wanted. They've been talking since December about this. That's what he said. I watched the interview myself. PD is a baby. They traded the wrong player. I don't think that's a wrong take, but maybe I'm wrong on that. EP40 is underperforming for what he's getting paid for. Yep. And fans want to see a cup here. That's right. Will his point production still to be determined? Yep. Pressure is going to be tough for him. I agree. Oh, Luka's a free agent this summer. Oh, I see. That's why they did it. Did you guys not hear Alvin saying that this isn't about just 2 players and riffs? It's about 23 guys. So it means Miller had issues with other players. He might have. Yeah. I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm just saying, okay. All right, I got to go. I got to go get my son. So appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for the conversation. I love Canucks conversations. I love talking about this. I find that some people, and I'm not suggesting anyone here tonight, but over the last couple of years I've been making videos, it's like they're happy when I'm saying things that they agree with, but when I don't say that, it's like, well, they don't like that. It's like I don't think it's wrong to go listen to someone who might have a different opinion. So just a heads up on that. It's okay to disagree, to agree to disagree. And we're about to find out, right? So gee, one of the Canucks reports said by the time Hughes' contract comes up and the cap is going up, like Hughes will be able to demand 14 to 17 million. I think we should be offering Quinn Hughes $14 million. That would be awesome. We need to get him locked up. I don't care what it costs. He's fantastic. Thank you so much, guys, for your encouragement, for being here. So we're calling it a night. But no matter what, we're going to watch him tomorrow. I'm going to cheer him on. I hope we make the playoffs. I hope Pettersson bounces back. I hope we win a cup. That's what I hope. Okay? End of story. End of day. That's what I want. I want us to win a cup. That's all that matters to me when it comes to the Vancouver Canucks. So how we get there, not sure, but that's what I want. Let's keep cheering this team on and go Canucks go.